last summer's epidemic was difficult.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
What prevails in the end, I wonder? The desire for blood, or to be of service to man?
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well, but I believe there is...
A lady has to have some.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring.
I bid you for... I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient. Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. It's locked. Good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later. Good evening.
Good evening.
Is there anything...
I'm all...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen.
I'm all
As
right.
for me...
Don't waste your time on me.
Good evening,
I need blood.
Do you require my services?
I have no...
Do you require...
I have...
I'll leave you.
Daily routine.
Good evening.
Evening.
Soldier,
I'm fine.
goodbye for now.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Simpletons, these nurses. No respect.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let...
You dare...
I'm just...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Liars and thieves, every last one of them!
Fear and disgust on every street corner. Daily routine.
Not now.
It's locked, all right. It's locked. Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. It's locked, all right. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional...
Please speak.
This
Really?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ.
This is...
Yes,
You...
there's a lot...
John...
What on earth?
Why you...
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later.
No.
Yes?
I'm afraid
My sister...
she's to be...
I see.
I'm sorry.
Good evening, Mr. L.
Evening.
Soldier,
Not really.
as long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is...
Goodbye for...
Hear of disgust on every street corner.
These nurses, bred with no respect.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need medical... Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr.
And that?
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
I'm quite busy.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be
Then you are lucky that...
I wish...
Thank you. Good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Is there anything...
Really?
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And
Where?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
It's locked.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Doctor.
Doctor.
Do you require...
Do you know...
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute...
Well, it...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you require medical...
I will be...
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye, nurse.
What's it going to take to fix me? Probably a month? A year?
You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening.
Is there anything else?
I'm all right.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
It's locked, all right.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
It's like a book. I'll never.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need any
I'm afraid I do.
Our job brings us into contact.
That's easy.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions.
Don't like questions. Or doctors.
What can you tell me about this part of...
A shithole filled with maggots.
Are you thinking about someone?
Nope. Hate them all.
Is there no one?
Well, top.
What's your...
I take care.
You seem upset.
I lost it.
Sometime...
I just want to...
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Do you require... I don't...
And is it you?
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne. Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart.
Romance.
What can you...
I'm a business...
Gang mem...
If you're...
I'm not... Since my...
That's
Can I see...
as long as you...
Evening, miss. What? I'm much...
Welcome.
Goodbye. Good evening. What? Inebriation.
Yes.
I will... Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
I should just run as far away from the place as I can.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just a number.
Jack. He didn't deserve this.
You know, it would be nice to see each other outside the pub sometime.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in? I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could...
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Road...
Did your husband die?
Oh no.
How do you...
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worry.
It's locked.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to...
Well, I won't.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home?
No. I mean, yes.
We're all truly alone in this world. You're lucky you learnt that early.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul.
What can you tell me about this?
It's all about staying out.
Have you ever... Do you need help?
A real
The real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care. Good evening, Mrs.
Of course. Just grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. What can I...
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.